Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Blades of Avernum. Last episode we found our way to Thasica, well, after reporting in, where we did actually learn the tale of Pithos, who turned out to be a Darkling who eventually joined in this expedition through a long trip. But yes, we made it to Thasica, which thankfully is well populated, although they are threatened by barbarians everywhere else. Now let's continue exploring through Thasica, see what we can find. And we found barracks. Okay. These don't really have anything to say. I'm pretty sure there's not going to be anything in there of use. So, out of the barracks, into the library. This is a catalog of all the writings in the library. It's a vast store indeed, and you are sure that it represents a who's who of Slith Homeland writers. However, you don't have enough time to look through each work, and you're not looking for anything in particular. Same thing there, same thing there. That's... I doubt there's going to be anything worth looking at, but... you know me! Explore everything! I mean, sure, I'm not looking through the, whatever it's called, but still... all the dressers, I mean, but still. Explore everything! There may be a book that's handy. Who are you, anyway? Just a regular Slith, I guess. Nothing, 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 nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. Oh, board game on the table. I like that. And nothing. Ah, you speak. This Slith walks carefully through the library, attending to details and obviously making note of all the things that are out of place. His job must be to care for these books. Hello, my name is Takos. What is your job? I maintain this library. I keep track of the accumulated knowledge of the city of Thasica, renowned for its learning and study, and make sure that we don't lose any more of it than we already have. And by Pasanathos, I don't intend to lose anything else. Who is Pasanathos? The god of light and poetry, of course. He is the guardian of this library, and of all libraries, for that matter. You've lost things. Before my time, Takos says, sniffing pridefully, the keepers of this storehouse of knowledge once were less diligent, but then they did not have to be. In the generations before ours, we could simply travel to Naktha or Manikos if we lost a book and needed a scribe to write a new copy. Now we are not so lucky. Takos stands for a moment, waiting your next question. What's your most popular book? Why, the Kalthanad, of course. Every Slith in Thasica learns most of the Kalthanad by heart before the age of maturity. It is our natural story, our heritage, our very lives. It tells the story of Kalthas, born a prince of a small distant kingdom, who was betrayed and overthrown, who then wandered for years until he met the mighty dragon Mahanyakshetra. Pardon me. I think I had a brief siege there. After slaying the dragon, he spoke with a goddess. They conversed about virtue and the nature of all things, and at the end, as was fated, the divine lady promised Kalthas an empire without end. Thus he left and journeyed until he reached Kitalos province, where he founded the empire. Then the poem tells the story of the wars to conquer Kitalos province, the center of civilization for the past 1,000 years. It finishes with Kalthas' death and the passing of his rule to another. Do you do any original research here? Research? He looks at you blankly. You explain the concept of investigating new things and coming up with new ideas. It strikes him as very strange. No. No. When we want to know things, we read the wisdom of the ancients. After all, they collected all knowledge that there was to be known. If you have a question, read what the ancient authorities wrote about it, weigh the evidence, and select the answer that seems most reasonable to you. That is the real way to know things. Fascinating. These are mind crystals, powerful artifacts usually associated with the Venatai that speak directly into the mind of the person sitting in the chair and teach things. They are the fastest means of learning things ever devised. However, these are completely dark. You must not be charged up with any information right now. Fascinating. Ah, private rooms. Hold on, there appears to be a secret room here. Something. This door is locked very firmly. You cannot get it open. There appears to be a secret room of some sort here. Yes, I get their mind crystals. I wonder what's in those two rooms. Well, no matter, we've explored through here. I want to take a look at what's down over here. Oh! Thastica Forge. We can get arrows here. Good. I'm glad. You pass the quarry. The sliths nod to you. You approach the mines. The sliths here greet you as you approach. They explain that they mine for metal to make into weapons. Those weapons are forged just north of here. Then they're shipped to Thastica, where they are used to fight bandits. You poke around the mines for a bit, but find nothing of interest. Okay. Alright, simple enough. You see a bandit camp ahead with more enemies than you could possibly handle by yourself. You turn back. Alright. Well, we could go and help out right now, but maybe we can clear out this. Before you is a large, wide river of molten lava. You can see that there are many rocks upon which you can walk if you tread carefully, but a wrong step may cause serious pain. The twisted, darkened earth has some odd stains here and there. Some are clearly blood. Some appear to be wine, and others may be remnants of decaying meat. That must be where the one we were told to get rid of is located. Draco, if you don't mind, just so we actually see it. Yeah, I just wanted to take a look. Alright. That must be where the guy we're supposed to deal with is. So let's take care of him before we report into Naktha. Alright, in we shall go. You cross the bridge to the island in the center of the river of lava. Around you, you can sense more of the oppressive barbarian slith magic that you've encountered several times before, and hear more of their odious hissing. The central island is an utter mess. Whoever these barbarians are, they love to eat and to drink and to cast off their remains without even a second thought. This is going to be lovely. I can tell already. Oh goody, a body. And it is indeed surrounded by lava everywhere. Oh, there's one. Oh, one found us. Oh, two found us. The hell? Yes, draw them back. You know what, that's close enough. Alright, give a healing, please. Yes, that is close enough. Alright. Healing. Excellent. Now for this one. It's a good thing we're able to do this way. This makes things a lot nicer. Alright. This area seems a bit small, all things considered. Excellent. Hey, Fox leveled up. Nice. Alright. here we find a whole bunch of fine slith spears, which I'll take because we need the coin. The items, of course. You find 2 rows of crystal pillars. These don't have any obvious control mechanism. You look around for some way to affect them, but you can see nothing. Can't see anything on or in them either. The mystery of the pillars will have to remain unsolved for the time being. Fascinating. Ah, that may be... No, it may not be. That's just a... Why are there just a few giant lizards standing around here? They're not even hostile. Okay, we're getting very close to where the other sliths were located. Nothing in here. This body appears to have been a Thasican once. The barbarians here killed him and, it appears, ate most of his body. If the flagons around are any evidence, they drank copious amounts of wine while doing it. You turn away before the sight turns your stomach and makes you vomit, and as you do, you notice that someone carved into the bones Vorthak the Devourer. Ooh, concerning. In his name we eat and drink our fill, this book reads. We raise a cup and down it in one swallow to slake our thirst for the sake of the thirst that cannot be quenched. We consume our meat for our Lord who cannot be sated. The book goes on in this fashion for some time. You gather from the headings and the titles that these are prayers, if they can even be called that, to the god Vorthak, Lord of the Feast. One prays, evidently, by reading these words before a great meal. Ah, good. Another one. Draw him back, quickly. You give a healing to Fox. There you go. That's close enough. Now let's smack this one dead. I approve of being able to do this. It's probably not intended, but I approve of it nonetheless. Alright, that's 3 of these dead. What the hell is that? Error, file corruption. Alright, it's coming to us. Oh, that's not good. And poisoned. It's a claw bug. It is legitimately a regular claw bug. Why is there a claw bug here? Well, it's immune to fire, apparently. Not too pleased with that. You know what? Kind of give a haste to mine now. Yeah, I want to give a healing out and, if possible, cure the poison. Yeah, cure the poison, please. Thank you. And there it goes. I seriously did not expect a claw bug of all things. Alright, there's at least one other warrior up there. Ah! Warrior's coming for us. Excellent. Close enough. Now let's deal with him. This is how we do this. And this is working very well. Excellent. I still see at least one other warrior up there, but I think we're close enough and have whittled them down enough that we can get into a fight. Let me save first, however. Alright. Draco. Yeah. Hold on. Actually, we can actually draw them further back. So do so. Excellent. You're close enough. Ooh, fascinating. He ran past us for some reason. Don't know why, but he did. Yeah, can I see that? Excellent. Ah! There's still another claw bug, and that must be the main mage. Come on. Get him closer. Closer, I say. Come get us. There you go. Now we can kill you. And there we go. Alright. I think that claw bug can also be dealt with. Okay, grab that spear. And claw bug's coming after us now. Combat. There we go. Claw bug is powerful, but we can deal with it. Excellent. This is working out beautifully. And there we go. Okay, I think all that leaves is the mage. We deal with the mage, and we're successful here. Alright. You know what, actually, I'm gonna run outside first, just so I can get back spell energy, and then I'll come in and save. Good enough. Sure, we're not quite at full health, but we're close enough, I think. Alright, let's get these spells cast. Draco, if you don't mind, start off with Major Haste. Also, I just remembered, Bonnie actually has a Blessing Priest spell. Not one we're going to be using, but you know what? We'll do it after. Afterwards, we'll get Bonnie's spellbook. And enter combat. Charge in. Let's see how this goes. A sleep spell. A little slow work. He resisted. Alright, do nothing. Oh, that guy's taking a lot of damage. Seems to like the sleep spell, but thankfully we can resist it, and as you strike a final devastating blow, you can feel the Archmage's power begin to escape his control, flowing randomly. He disintegrates before your eyes, but not before crying out, "You will feel the vengeance of Vorthak the Devourer!" As he dies, you think for a moment about the spell he was casting, throwing the sleep cloud on you. You think you saw enough of it to understand it, and you think you could even cast it yourself. You have learned how to cast the spell Sleep Cloud. Fascinating! I did not expect to be able to do that. That's a hostile priest spell. Okay! And that was actually very easy. 3 bottles of gremlin wine, lightning spray, and an unidentified bracelet. Well, we need things that are worth money, so grab them. That was shockingly easy. I mean, sure, I guess the sleep spell would be very annoying to be casting on us over and over if we didn't have resistance. But with our resistance, that was incredibly easy. Well, we can report in quickly and easily enough. And I'd rather not come in on the I have killed the Archmage. All Thasica thanks you, Kalthanad says. You have our eternal gratitude. His tone is serious. The barbarians have destroyed all of the cities around Thasica, and Kalthanad surely knows that it's only a matter of time before they get Thasica too. As a token of our gratitude, we give you this necklace. May it save your life as you have saved ours. He hands you a beautiful shining necklace, one filled with magic. Can I help you out at all? No, not anymore. The death of the Archmage was all that we could ask. It's time for you to move on. A necklace, which is not identified. We need to find someone to identify things, and we need to find someone we can sell stuff to. Hopefully when we, bring them here, they'll do so. Still need to figure out Blade Master. Ooh, we can learn anatomy, though. You know what, I'll save it. I may start learning how to get Blade Master soon. Yes, can we... We can't go further south, no. Can't handle that, so no. So all we have to do now is head back. As you come back toward Nathka to tell Ligera about your reception in Thasica, you see a few boats heading from Nathka to the beach on which you camped a short while ago. Ligera, Cass, and Pithos must be on that beach to the west. There it is. You see the trio of leaders on the beach, Ligera, Cass, and Pithos. They will want to know about your arrival. Alright, let's approach. You approach the three sliths with your news. Faith is wavering. You must act fast. Hello, adventurers. You have been to Thasica. You describe what you found there. Cass looks very hopeful. Ligera's expression remains unchanged, however. Good. We have just begun to move the expedition from Naktha. We will bring them to Thasica very soon. In the meantime, you should rest. You make your way back to your camp where you slept the first time you were here. You drift to sleep. If you dream at all, you can't remember when you wake. You can't tell how long it has been, but you feel rested. It's time to get moving again. What was that about faith wavering? Let's return back to Thasica. See what's going on there now. All of Thasica seems quiet right now. You hear the sound of a crowd in the middle of town, occasionally making noise, cheering. Something must be going on. Okay, let me try setting cutscene to slow speed again. You can hear the sound of a loud slith voice speaking rhythmically, melodically, as if in a strange sort of meter. You stop mid-step and draw closer, following the sound. As you drew near the altar, you picked up some snatches of the verse. The speaker is clearly reciting in some sort of meter, but it's odd. You can't quite place it. More oddly, you can't identify the language. It sounds like the ancient Slith language that you learned in Basikava and Vastalis, but it isn't. Or at least... Ah, that's it! It's an archaic form. But the ancient language is already hundreds of years old. You're listening to a Slith poem that must descend from a time before the exile of the Sliths, perhaps even before the rise of the Surface Empire, before any human history. The memories of these Sliths is long. I can't keep up with that. Of the noblest story and battles, goddess, sing in me, the poet recites, his voice drifting up and down like a musical scale, guided by the rhythm of the hexameter line. This is the Kalthanad, the founding poem of the Slith Empire. As you listen, Kalthas begins his life as a prince of a small city-state in distant lands, the city of Iliointh. He grows up, and as a young man becomes king. Then he is betrayed by his demon-aided brother, Sisyphos, and exiled from the land. Sisyphos? Sisyphus? For many long years he wanders, aimless, until he finds a mountain home of a great dragon, Mahanyakshetra, with which he fights a terrible battle. With immense strength he slays the beast. After his victory, a goddess appears to him, and she reveals to him his magnificent destiny and teaches him the virtues that he must uphold throughout the rest of his life. She sends him on his way with her blessings to the nearest city. There, he finds the evil lord Thantalos, whom he overthrows and slays, and he begins his empire. Short wars with neighboring kingdoms later, he rules over all of Kitalos, the great cave in the center of the Slith homeland. He has several more adventures before his end, and when he finally dies, the rulership passes in an orderly fashion to his successor, the great Teveros. The poem lasts for hours, and how many you simply cannot tell. The crowd must have heard the story dozens of times in full and hundreds in summary, but they shout and cheer at every victory of Kalthas and nearly weep at every loss. Likewise, you, transfixed, cannot help but join in for as long as the poem lasts, and when it ends you speak at length with the others nearby about the story. Once you are finally done, you return to your quarters and sleep, dreaming of Slith legends and heroes. When you wake, it is time to speak with someone about the next stage of your journey. Okay. And I guess we'll do that in the next episode. Because it would probably be a lot of talking and the like when we get into the next episode. We got hunting and such to do. We need to find everyone. The expedition is here. The place is full. Hopefully we'll find merchants and the like, and someone to identify stuff. But that'll be in the next episode, so until then, I'm Chester44, that is Fox, Sheik, Bonnie, and Draco. This has been a Blades of Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.